We saw Edge of Tomorrow, and I think the first time, I think both of us saw the trailer at The Hobbit for the first time. Because remember we talked about it afterwards.
Yeah.
So I think it was, so since December. I have to be honest, I was looking forward to this since I first saw the trailer. I was instantly hooked, and I like the director. I like Tom Cruise. When it comes to a movie involving a time loop or something with time travel involved, I think that's a very risky element to put in a movie because it can be really good or really bad, and it automatically makes your plot really complex. But I think, but again, like I said, I was hooked by the trailer, and I wasn't sure how it would do though, and then I started to see the reviews were really good, and that gave me hope. So, what were your initial thoughts going into this? Did you have any?
I was expecting it to be good. I was excited to see it. The trailers look really interesting, and I like Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We just went to go. We just saw it, and it was a lot of fun. When I was watching it for almost the majority of it, I was thinking, wow, this is a lot of fun. I would almost go as far as say this. I mean, it is. It's definitely one of the funnest films I've seen this year, along with Godzilla and the Lego Movie. I will say this right now. I won't give it away. I didn't care a whole lot for the ending. The ending's not. It's not bad necessarily, but it's very, very safe. It takes it. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just until you've actually seen it. But I do recommend this movie, but the ending is a little safe, and it leaves some open, I think unintentional open questions.
It goes out of its way to not make sense to make the ending
happy.
Yeah, I guess
that's kind of the way. It's one of those endings. It's one of those kind of endings where you sit there and you're like, well, I don't know if that really works, but the movie's over and I guess it wrapped up anyway, so okay, whatever. It's one of those endings where you just have to
nothing.
Just go for it. Just go with it. If you question it, then
it ends in the perfect scenario.
Really, it does. It's kind of just one of those endings where you sit there, and if you really think it over, you could probably point out some problems with it. But if you just go with it, you're like, you know what, the movie's over. Fine. But with the exception of that, it didn't ruin the movie. The movie is a lot of fun. The movie does a really good job placing comedic bits in the right places. It's well timed. And the jokes are funny. It does a good job having some darker jokes and some lighter tone jokes. The battle scenes I felt were for the most part very well filmed. Little bit of shaky camera here and there, but it in a way that works though because it's a war film. So, that's fine. It kind of does what shaky camera's supposed to ideally be. It kind of shows you the intensity and chaos in a war.
I thought it was kind of cool too that the battle scene. They're invading Normandy Beach in France. Today is the 70th anniversary of D-Day.
Oh, well, maybe that was intentional.
That's probably why it came out today.
That's a really good point. Actually, I didn't think
about
that.
But the battle scene is a very D-Day-esque.
It is very much.
They're storming a beach.
Especially since we're the ones invading it. Yeah, that's a good point. So as far as problems go, I mean, yeah, the ending's a little safe. Besides that, if you don't know, the villains in this movie are aliens. The aliens were kind of generic. They were
kind of weird.
They weren't terrible. They reminded me a lot of the Sentinels from The Matrix.
Yeah.
They reminded me
Yeah.
a lot of the.
Yeah, I can
So
see
picture that, like kind
It's
of
like
tentacles everywhere.
They're not like,
kind of
they're
metal,
not, they're
very
not,
metal
They're
looking.
not like humanoid aliens. They're
No.
like creature aliens.
Yes, and that's very contemporary American monster alien. I've noticed a lot of that is being done today, like the monsters in Godzilla. Outside of Godzilla, the monsters in Pacific Rim. You know,
In
a lot of
Godzilla,
them.
though, I thought they weren't aliens. They were just
No, but I'm
creatures.
saying monsters / aliens,
Okay.
and that are made in American films. A lot of them kind of look the same, but they didn't suck. I think they did a good job making the aliens intimidating and kind of creepy looking, and they serve their purpose fine. But I'm just saying the aliens don't, as a minor flaw, the aliens don't stick out. There's nothing that memorable about them. They're just these weird, creepy looking. Basically sentinels from the Matrix.
They don't fly though.
No, they don't fly. I'm glad they don't fly. That would be kind of stupid. But so besides that, I really don't have any other problems though. Major problems at least with this movie. This was a really fun movie. It has good action. It has good suspense, but at the same time, it has good comedy. Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise. He's charming as ever. And Emily Blunt is really good too. I thought the chemistry between them was really good. Again, with the exception of the ending, the time loop that's in the movie, because it's about a guy going through a time loop during a war. The time loop, for the most part, was well written. In fact, very well written for almost all of it. It had some clever, funny bits in there, and it was overall well done with pretty much no continuity errors. The ending could be debated. Maybe there's something. I might need to watch it again. Maybe there's a line of dialogue I missed to explain the ending a little bit better, maybe. But the ending is the only thing I can think of that might be a little bit questionable on the continuity scale.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, I mean, the continuity was fine. I was emotionally invested. And it's, for the most part, it's a pretty easy movie to follow. And
I really liked the explanation as to why he started.
Yes, I liked that too. I actually thought
it wasn't just some random
just
thing
some
that
random
happened.
thing
It was
that-
what he did in
Yeah.
the first loop.
Mm-hmm. I actually liked that a lot too. I liked their explanation of why there's a time.
It wasn't
going
him
on.
just like being selected
Some
by something or
special
something. It was
chosen one,
something
yeah.
he did himself that he didn't
By
know.
accident,
Yeah.
by total
Yeah.
accident. Yeah, that was actually really unique. I don't know how faithful this is to the comic it's based on.
Oh, I didn't know what it was based on.
It's based on a Japanese comic, and I think it's called All You Need Is Kill, I think. But the comic is really popular. Like, it was like a big success when it came out.
Mhm.
I think it won some awards. But I don't know how accurate it is. If it's anything like the movie, I'm sure it's pretty good either way. But yeah, but I like that explanation. I thought that was a really creative way to explain a time loop plot device in your story, and it ultimately worked pretty well. The acting was good. I can't think of anybody that really did a bad job. I mean, it's mostly focused on Cruise and Blunt, and they're both good. I think their chemistry was good. I think Blunt did a good job pulling off this tough woman kind of character.
Mhm.
She looked really in shape. When you see her like in a tank top, she has like ripped biceps. So yeah, she was really good. I totally bought that. A lot better than the women from Sabotage. Something I like about this is that, the tagline for this movie is "Live, Die, Repeat." Again, every time you can see it in the trailer, every time Tom Cruise dies, he wakes up again and goes through the events again. What I liked about it, and of course, he keeps getting better and better and remembers all these things that are going to happen before they happen. It reminded me a lot of a video game. You're playing this really hard video game, like a war video game, and you start to memorize where each where each enemy is, what their attack is going to be. It was very, in a cool way, not like in a bad way. In a cool way, it was a lot like literally watching somebody live through a video game process almost. And they use the word reset to describe it. So it is very much like a video game. Like,
One
it's
of the
kind of
things
cool.
that I thought about that, I mean, it's like, obviously, Emily Blunt's character is training him and everything, and she kills him herself a few times to reset it. I just want to, like that time loop, I just want to, like, see what it would be like after, like, she killed him, like, up until she dies.
Yeah, I wonder that.
Like,
Maybe
all the
just,
soldiers around her just sees her shoot this dude.
Yeah,
and
I
it's like,
know.
okay,
No,
let's keep going on, because...
I wondered that too. I wondered if maybe she would just shoot herself after that, maybe, because she's like, there's no point in me going on anyways, maybe. It wouldn't surprise me if that's what happened. But yeah, I wondered that myself. I was like, they just watched this woman just shoot this guy in the head, just without any hesitation. You don't know who this guy is. First they were talking together, and now she just straight up murdered him. So yeah, it was a really fun sit through. Didn't feel too long. Climax kind of just happened. I felt like the main part of the climax with the grenades and all that.
Oh,
like,
right.
It just kind of happens. Like there's not. I won't. There was. It wasn't like there was no build up, but the build up's there. But I don't know. It didn't for a movie that kind of keeps building up to what is promising to be a good climax, and it is ultimately a good climax. It just sort of happens like that, and then you get the ending. But yeah, I highly recommend it. I thought one other thing I'll point out. I thought the exoskeletons that they're using in battle, I thought they were pretty cool overall. I never did see Elysium. I didn't see that. I think that came out last year or the year before. But I know that the characters in that movie are also using exoskeletons. And I guess some people are comparing the two. I don't know. I didn't see Elysium. But I thought the exoskeletons in this were pretty cool. I mean, it's nothing about them in this movie are that different from what you'd see in any other sci-fi action film that has humans and exoskeletons, you know. Another Matrix kind of thing, like in the third one where they're in those
I've never
giant...
seen the third one.
Oh, really?
Only the first two.
Yeah.
We talk about it.
Don't rush into it. But yeah, I recommend it. I was ready to give this movie an A. I don't want to be a downer, but the ending is going to lower it to a B+, but it's still really good. And again, I would say it's one of the best films I've seen so far this year. At least one of the most entertaining movies I've seen so far this year. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, I recommend it. It's a fun sci-fi action film. B+ for me. Any thoughts on that? Or...
Yeah, that sounds good. No, it was the first good film this year where you went into it not already a fan of what it's about, basically. Like Godzilla, you went into it and you were already a fan of Godzilla, so you knew you were going to like that. Like the Lego movie you already liked.
Yeah, I guess so.
This is the first movie where you went into it not really knowing if you're going to like it, and...
I've already forgotten some of the movies I've seen this year, but you're probably right. I can't... Yeah, I mean, I like Non-Stop, but I was pretty sure I was going to like that anyways, just because I'm a big fan of Liam Neeson. I'm trying to remember what else I've seen this year.
Well, you've seen Sabotage.
I saw Sabotage. I saw Million Ways to Die in the West. No, by the way, okay, you want a review of Million Ways to Die in the West? I'll just give it to you right now since the cameras are on. Sucked! Don't see it. I really like Ted. Go see Ted. Skip this movie. This movie, A Million Ways to Die in the West, is everything wrong with Family Guy made into a 2-hour movie, which is 2 hours too long. End of review. So, back to the good movie. That was a tangent. Back to Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah, I recommend it. Fun stuff. We'll talk trailers real quick. We got Black Hangover. We got this Kevin. I think it's Kevin Hart. He's in this comedy, and it's basically a combination of
comedy.
Yeah, it's a combination. For what I looked like, it was a combination of Bridesmaids, which is just a female Hangover, but it's a combination of Bridesmaids, The Hangover, but with a mostly black cast. I don't know. Maybe we'll go see it. Oh yeah, we got. I can't even remember what it's called. There was that. There was this movie with Jeremy Renner, Kill the Messenger, with Jeremy Renner.
Oh right.
With, I think it's like reporter or somebody trying to leak government, trying to uncover government conspiracies
about like cocaine smuggling.
Yeah,
or something like that, and the government.
Trying to shut him up.
Basically, the government's bad.
Government's bad, dude. Yeah, I mean, I like Jeremy Renner a lot. Maybe I'll go see it. It might be alright. Expendables 3. I've gotten that trailer a million times.
And then
Ooh,
James Brown.
2 music biofilms, yeah. We got one about James Brown, which actually, I'll go see that. I'll go watch a movie about James Brown. James Brown's cool. And then we Clint Eastwood, Jersey Boys. Maybe. I like Clint Eastwood's movies. I never cared much for the Four Seasons, but I would see it if it gets good reviews. I might go see it. I like Clint Eastwood's movies. Did we get anything else?
No, that was the 5.
Okay. Was there... I feel like there might have been like a comedy drama that we got, but it could be wrong. I don't know. Who cares? So that's Edge of Tomorrow / A Million Ways to Die in the West. Yeah, that's all I got now. Willow Creek I really want to see, but it's not at my theaters as of right now. So I'll try to get a hold of that as soon as I can. Hopefully the Ross will play it, or one of the other off-brand theaters will be playing it soon, and I can go check it out.
Why wouldn't Marcus Theater show it?
Probably because it's independent. I don't know why they wouldn't show it. It's getting really good reviews though, and I still need to see Joe. I was gonna watch Joe last week, but it's this drama film with Nicolas Cage, and it's getting really good reviews. The trailer's really good. But we couldn't find it on my demand on my pay-per-view, so
he has another movie coming out pretty soon. I saw a trailer for
it. There's 2 movies just came out with him. There's Joe and Rage, and he's gonna be in the Left Behind remake.
Maybe that was it.
It's about the biblical rapture.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
So I want to see Joe though, but my pay-per-view doesn't have it. But I think it's coming out actually on DVD in a few weeks or so. So I'll try to get a hold of that as soon as I can and do a review of that too. Other than that, thanks for watching. Yeah, Edge of Tomorrow, good movie. Go see it. See ya.